So now we will start on a very short video on something that's likely not to come up in the exam, but I want to broach it anyway. Just going back over the range and domain of reciprocal functions, so things like 2x plus 6 over x minus 1. And let's see if we can find the domain and range of this. Now, as you know, like the default function of this kind of sort, a reciprocal function, is 1 over x, and it looks like this, kind of, like it's got two parts to it. And we essentially just, and the main parts are these asymptotes, and asymptotes are lines where curves get very close to but will never touch. And so if you think about what will make, and you can see that some go down to negative infinity and up to positive infinity, and then some just get very close to 0. So we have to kind of think about what will get those results. And this is where we sort of get into the idea of limits. And we know that as the denominator approaches 0, then you can't, as you know, you can't divide by 0. And if you keep dividing by smaller and smaller numbers, you just get bigger and bigger and bigger, closer to infinity. So we can see that for this one here, this vertical asymptote, it will just be when x minus 1 equals 0, x equals 1. So that's the vertical asymptote. And that's basically what tells us our domain as well. X can be any real number. It just cannot be 1. And that's the thing about reciprocal functions. It can work for anything, but there'll be just one value that it doesn't work. And now let's think about the range. So this is domain. Think about the range. Now the range, you can actually go any number because we're going from negative infinity to positive infinity. This is 1 over x, by the way. But it can't be 0. It's got asymptotes at 0. So we need to, and the way we get closer and closer to 0 is by doing, making x really big to make it divide essentially to 0. Like if you think about it, 1 over infinity, like if you divide by a massive number, you'll essentially get the 0. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We essentially do limits. And then when you get these really big numbers, these no longer matter. Like if you have 50 Google and then you have a 6, that 6 really doesn't matter. So it's called dominant term rule. Like you just pretty much ignore them and you essentially just get 2, because 2x over x is just 2. So that tells us that the horizontal asymptote is y equals 2, and then the range is literally any real number, but it cannot equal 2. So on a graph, this is what 2x plus 6 over x minus 1 will equal. So we have a horizontal asymptote at y equals 2. And then vertical asymptote is at 1. Like this. And I suppose we could move this up just a smidge to make it clear that it's 2. And that's what it'll look like.